It is summer and I need a Jane Austen inspired escape to the Irish countryside. So if you like pretty interiors, some stunning whimsical gardens, and some indulgent self-care, then pop the kettle, make yourself a cup of tea, settle in, and let's get into this week's video. Also, stay tuned because Foreo are celebrating their birthday and I have an amazing discount to share. So I'll chat a bit more about that later on in the video. Okay, now this looks fancy. This is very Jane Austen, although that noise of the air conditioning or thing over there isn't. Look at this, we've got bicycles. Okay, I'm going in. So I have just checked in, but my room is not ready, but wait for it. I got a room upgrade. So I just double checked there because I was like, I have never gotten a room upgrade before. And I always, whenever I travel, like I pay for it myself. Like I feel uncomfortable doing the whole gifted hotel thing. So I just book it myself, don't say anything, and that's it. But when I went to check in there, they were like, your room isn't ready, but you did get an upgrade. And I was like, ooh. So I just double checked my booking there because I was like, did I book it under my work email? But I didn't. I booked it under my personal email. So I'm excited because she said it's the Mountain View King Suite. And I was looking at that. But I basically picked the cheapest room because that's all I can afford in my budget. So I was like, get an upgrade. I'm so excited to see it. So I came down to have a little cheeky pint of Guinness because technically I'm on my holidays. So I have a spa appointment at 4:30 and I have I got a room package. It was like room, bed, breakfast, and there's an hour in the spa. You got a salt treatment and then like a thermal spa thing. And then I booked on to get a Swedish massage, a full body massage. So the girl is going to ring me when my room is available. But have you ever gotten a room upgrade and felt like, oh my God? Now it is a Monday. They may be just like they have loads of rooms, so they're like, let's give some people some upgrades because it's a Monday. Maybe they're not that busy. But I feel like, oh my God, I got a room upgrade. So I'm celebrating with a pint of Guinness because honestly that has never ever happened to me before. 2 restaurants here. There's one that's a bit more casual, which is the one that I'm in, and then there's Sika, which is fancy, which I'm not going to go to a fancy restaurant because honestly TMI, fancy food gives me the shits. Goes through me. Too posh, too much seasoning. I don't know what they be putting in posh food, but yeah. I have a peasant belly. It needs good wholesome carbs like potatoes. And if you put fancy sauce on it, no. Anyway, I will show you the room when I get into it. You may have noticed my pint of Guinness beside me is empty. I'm still waiting on my room, but I've just realised that I have really bad cell service, so my phone is on 3G, and the girl said she'd call me when my room is ready, but nobody can. I'm trying to send messages to my girlies in the group chat. They're not delivering, so I think I'll just walk up and go straight to the spa. If you are travelling here, I saw a lot of tour buses, but hang on, my camera if you are travelling here, I have a little travel hack. So if you're coming the motorway, it's going to depend on what direction you're coming from. But if you're coming from maybe the city, so Google was go on the M50, and if you go on the M50, it's super quick to get here. It was 40 minutes on my Google Maps from my house. However, pull off at exit 12, which is Fir House, and then go the back road. So if you put in the DSPCA, that's where Biogan Bon was adopted from. So if you even put that into your Google Maps, and then when you get to the DSPCA, input Powerscourt, it will bring you the back road, which goes up through, I think, Glencullen. It brings you up by Johnny Fox's. On a sunny day like today, the drive was absolutely beautiful. And my regular viewers will know I drive an old Volkswagen Beetle. the roof was down, I had main character energy, and the roads, just be careful, there's a couple of cyclists because it is a quiet enough road. So there were cyclists, and it is, sections of it is part of the Wicklow Way, so you will find walkers on it as well, so don't be speeding, but you can't because it's so windy. If you have rented a car, this road, sorry about the wobbly camera, this road, you'd be grand. Obviously we drive on the other side, and sometimes when I share any driving footage in videos, people are like, oh my god, you're driving on the wrong side of the road. No, you're driving on the wrong side of the road. We're driving on the right side or the left side. But anyway, yes, if you have rented a car, there is a couple of tiny bends and there's like no stripes on the middle of the road, but that's just the charm. That is the side quest, that is the adventure. So if you're feeling brave and you're coming here, exit 12, which is Fair House on the M50, and then go up towards the mountains. So go up towards Johnny Fox's and then take the back road into Enniskerry and into Powerscourt. You will thank me later. You will get stunning views. I don't think the tour buses bring you that direction. Oh, there's my room. So they can probably spot the people who are not wealthy, because she was like, oh, we will have someone bring up your room or your bag to the room. And I was like, no, it's fine, I'll bring it up. And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. Because where I'm from, people will steal your bag. Okay, I don't know where I'm going, hang on. Okay, we have to whisper. Okay, I think we're up here. I am whispering. Okay, this is us. Oh, look at this. Hang on, I don't want the door to slam. I'm just gonna set my bag down here in our little separate wardrobe room. Okay, let's go in. Also, that's my squeaky runners. So we have our little coffee station here. I imagine there's a fridge in there. We will do like a proper room tour. Look at this. Oh my god. So we've got my house of bed on 4'11". I'm going to be bang smack in the middle. Like, how would you even make that bed at night? We've got stunning, ignore my squeaky runners, stunning pieces of furniture. Like, this is Bridgerton. Now, let's look at the view. So, oh my god. Okay, these little curtains. Look at the view. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. This is stunning. We have a view of the mountain. Does this window open? Oh, it's one of them windows. I thought it was going to be like, you know, but anyway, we make no judgment, because look at that. We've got the view of the mountain. We've got the sound of the fountain. Like, this is absolutely stunning. And then you can see a bit of the hotel around there. Okay, we've got lovely, it's also spotless as well. Lovely pieces of furniture. And oh, look at all of this. Love the art on the walls. Love the paneling. I love how the paneling is just a lovely broad bit of paneling. And then they've got wallpaper in the middle. We've got ginormous coving. Okay, I am too excited. I have to quickly get ready for the spa, as one does in her manner. And I'm going to, yeah, I have to quickly get ready. So I'll be back in a minute. Also, I keep noticing things. I need a minute to just take it all in. You were getting my first reaction, but I'm going to flip you. Look how there is a television in this antique. There's an idea for someone. So you've got an antique, I don't even know what this would be. Or is it custom made? Maybe it's not antique. And then you've got the television, like, built in. I'm sure it's like stuck on and you could possibly move it. But yeah, again, please ignore. Oh, we haven't been to the bathroom. Okay, we also have another desk here. Stunning. And then let's come around here. I didn't even turn the lights on. Hang on. Oh, look at the door. Oh my God. Okay. The lights are automatic. The lights are automatic. Okay. We've got these absolutely stunning French. Oh no. Stop it. Okay, we've got stunning French doors that there's a bit of tile inspiration. Classic tile. And I love this because I'm on the hunt for a bit of tile inspiration at the minute. So we have his and hers, television in the mirror. Stop this. How do your other half live? Fancy tissues. And then you've got a bath, more mirrors, because obviously there's no, oh, we've got a chandelier. Oh, not able. So this is the bath. Like, look at this. Does it have jets? Oh, it doesn't have jets, but we're not going to judge. We've got some of the spa products here as well that I will be stealing. Well, not stealing because I paid for them. And then stop it. You have a separate door to have a pee or a poop or whatever you gotta do. Okay. The wallpaper, stunning. Absolutely stunning. And then we have toilet. Oh my God. This is beautiful. And then if you come in here, we have the shower. We have more of the spa products that's used in the spa. And then we have some traditional, oh, you have a little, now that's where I put my leg to shave it, but I'm sure that's a little step to put your products. But I will be putting my foot on that to shave my ankles or my hairy toe. This is stunning. So I'm going, look at the handle. Okay. And then in here, we have a wardrobe room. So we've got, hang on, the light, we have a light here. Okay, so we've got a built-in wardrobe. Now this, there's my robe and my slippers. I need them now. So we have a double built-in wardrobe. And when I say I want a built-in wardrobe, this is what I mean. There's no IKEA packs here. Although, I mean, it could be. And then they've just made it look fancy, because that's just trim stuck on. Then we have another 3-door built-in with detail. Stunning wallpaper. A safe, we've got drawers. I mean, that's given IKEA packs, no? And then, what else have we got? Yeah, because that's, okay, I'm not here to judge. And then you've got an iron. Okay. I'm so not used to being somewhere fancy. A quick walk around the room as I find more stuff. Oh, actually, another thing I've noticed. We have, I don't think that wine is for me. I think if I open that, I get charged. But we've got, let's have a look at the minibar. What's in here? Oh, okay. Yeah, we definitely have to pay for that. But what else is in here? I'm sure the coffee is. Oh, look at this. We got? Tea bag selection. Beautiful. I think these are included, including the cookies. Yeah, I'm gonna take them. What caught my eye was the water is in a little carton, because I'm sure it is easier to recycle it. But I actually brought my refillable because there's usually little fill-up stations. Okay, and then we have a beautiful full-length mirror. I still have my backpack on. That's how immersed I am. Booked into the spa for there is a salt treatment and a thermal treatment, but I booked in for a full body. So I'm just going to quickly, because I am sweaty from walking around the gardens, which I will include in a minute, I am going to just have a quick freshen up because I don't want a masseuse to be touching my sweaty feet and sweaty everything. So I'll be back in a minute. So I have just finished giving myself a facial. So even though I went to the spa, I like to spend my money, because facials are spendy. So I like to spend it on a massage. Like literally stand on me. When I was in the spa, I got a full body Swedish, and the girl, my lady, she was like, your tension in your shoulders. She was like, do you go to the gym? And I'm like, no. Regular viewers will know my garden is the gym, but it's literally tension. So I notice it when I'm driving, when I'm editing, when I am going to have the posture of like a hobbit because I'm doing this. But anyway, so I decided to save and I did my own facial, and I snuck all of my Foreo products into my overnight bag. So I started with a good double cleanse and exfoliation, and I used the Luna for that. I then went in with the FAQ 202, which is the LED mask, which you probably saw me mention a couple of times before on the channel. And I actually noticed that they did have LED treatments in the spa, and I was like, no, I have my own LED mask upstairs. So if you are interested in the FAQ 202 LED mask, well, first of all, I have a discount code, but let me give you some more information on it. So before using the LED mask, make sure you've removed all of your makeup, a good cleanse, start with a bare face. So this mask will work beneath the surface to reduce wrinkles, fine lines, if you have any hyperpigmentation or any redness. So it will naturally restore your skin's youthful glow. So unlike traditional LED masks, the FAQ 202 is designed for real life. So what I like about this is I can walk around, so it's comfortable to wear, it's cordless. I can order my room service with it on. I can walk around. You can also use it with the app. So there is built-in treatments. I like to do the 15-minute anti-aging one, but there are other treatments. Or you can also just use it on its own. So when you pop the mask on your face, you can just press the button on the top and then it will light up. If you keep pressing it, you will get the different colors. It has 600 optimized points of light, and they ensure deep penetration, while a gentle heat will prepare your skin by dilating the pores, allowing the LED therapy to work more effectively. The mask is ultra hygienic, it's durable, and it's easy to use. Just 5 to 15 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week is all it takes to see visible results. After I did my LED mask, I then went in with the Bare, which is good for like lifting. I did the Bare after the LED because it's best to not have any active serums. So if you do like retinol or vitamin C's or any of those serums, do your mask first and then put those serums on after. And then to finish off my facial, of course, no facial is complete without a mask. So I used my UFO to give myself a facial. So I brought 2 masks with me. I brought me the nighttime one, and then I brought the Make My Day one for tomorrow. So I can use that in the morning and I can get my glow. Now I almost forgot the best part, and I have a massive discount code for you. So because it's Foreo's birthday, they have loads of deals. So if you're interested in any of the products that I mentioned, I have a discount code. So if you use my discount code Dainty35 along with the link that I'll pin in the comments section, we'll pop a QR code here on screen that you can scan. It'll also be in the description. Make sure you use the link and the discount code together. You will get an additional 35% off. And it's off all of the Foreo products, including those that are already on discount. And that code is valid site-wide and it's stackable across all of the birthday offers. So use the link with the code and let me know if you treat yourself to any of the products. In the length of time I was doing my mini facial, look what arrived. I ordered pizza and chips. So I'm getting room service because I'm here for the spa and I don't want to get dressed and put like makeup on or anything like that. So I ordered the pizza and it comes in this, oh look at that fancy pizza. So it is bacon, goat's cheese, that looks like rocket. There was supposed to be nuts on it, which is too random for a pizza. So I got it without the nuts. Walnuts, I think. And then I got these Parmesan. They look like a garlic cheese chip, but I don't know what that sauce is. So this is my naughty dinner. And I've just made myself a cup of tea. And I cannot. I nearly broke this. Like, look what I did. Where's the little, hang on. Wait, you see what I did to the coffee pot? I don't have one of these. Yeah, I absolutely decimated. Look what I did to the coffee pod. So I don't know how to use this, but I managed to figure out how to make a cup of tea with it. So I'm just waiting on my tea to brew. So that is my little cozy evening. Before I checked into the hotel, I did walk around the stunning Powerscourt Gardens. So let's have a walk around. So this is the stunning view. This is the entrance when you come in to the Powerscourt Gardens. So you've got this lovely view of the Sugarloaf Mountain behind you. So whenever I do this garden tour, I kind of go clockwise, no, counter clockwise. I basically go around this way. So this is the, oh, my camera. So in there's the terrace where you can get like a bit of coffee and enjoy the view without having to pay into the gardens. And then this is the view of what you will see. So apologies if I'm giving you vertigo with the camera. We're gonna walk this way because this does be my favorite bit. So when you go through the gates down here, there is an absolutely stunning perennial border. And it is lovely and quiet at the minute. Also, some of the borders might be kind of transitioning, so the roses should all be out. But we will walk down here and I will show you this section. There's also the Japanese gardens. There's like so much to see. You could really spend a long time here. Now I have just noticed, I think, the best sweet pea TP I have ever come across. So we've got the branches going across, then we have the ones in the middle, and then you've got all of the sweet peas. And I was feeling a bit guilty because I was like, oh, my sweet peas, there's no sign of any flower. But the sweet peas in here look like maybe they were sown directly or popped in, I don't know, but how cool is that? That's going to look amazing once it flowers. I also noticed as well that there is, well, I call it hot lips. Is it a type of salvia? So I noticed that, so normally bees, they obviously don't like roses unless it's like an old rose variety. But it's buzzing with bees because it's been interplanted with the salvia, and it's a nice bit of foliage and flair. But it gets all of the bees into this area because obviously if this was just roses it would be quite sterile because there's not much they get from it. But yeah, how absolutely stunning is this? And also, spoiled with the weather today, it is actually quite hot. So you don't have to be a guest of the hotel to visit these gardens. So these gardens are separate, and I paid €14 for an adult ticket. But you can get family tickets for adults and kids. I think it's €33 for a family ticket. Under fives are free though. It spans over 47 acres and was ranked third in the world by the National Geographic. And you could definitely spend anywhere from like 2-3 hours here, pack a picnic and make a day of it. So when you walk through here, this is the stunning perennial border that I was telling you about. And then, oh actually there's another little section in there which we can go in. But, oh actually there's still some peonies in flower. So we've got, yes, this is a stunning mid-June herbaceous border. So what have we got? Oh, we've got lots of geraniums, we've got some heuchera, lots of plants that like you would see in most gardens. So the peonies are just starting to go over, which is good because I feel like mine have gone like the past week, 2 weeks. So yeah, I'll give you a little tour around here and let you enjoy it. As I'm walking around, I'm seeing loads of honeybees on the purple geranium. Now, I don't know the proper horticultural name for the purple geranium, and I don't know what variety it is. It's a deep purple common one. I do have some in my garden. It is humming with honeybees. And June, I remember saying in a garden video recently about the June gap. So there's no June gap on that geranium. But I was like, I wonder, is there any hives here? I'll have to ask when I'm in getting a coffee. The queue for the coffee was too big when I was in at the cafe. But I'll ask because I'm like, ooh, I wonder, is there honey here? Because I saw a thing for a distillery. I mean, if you have a distillery, you'll have a few beehives, wouldn't you? So yeah, just a little, I must find that out. So I said that about honeybees. A honeybee got stuck in my hair and I was like, girl, no, not today. I don't have my bee suit on. Please don't attack me. So this border then continues down. I can see a lot of stuff that is going to come alive in the next few weeks. It's kind of like that funny, if you've given things like the Chelsea chop. So this goes straight down into a more shaded area, which I am much happier about because I'm absolutely sweating. It's really sun-baked here. I don't know if you can see, it's just really exposed, wall garden, sun-baked, but it does get more shaded in at the trees and in the woodland. So I have a really old video. I think I have one or two videos, like we're talking 2016, 2017, where I visited the gardens, and I think it was later in the year, and there was like dahlias and stuff. So if you're interested in seeing what it looks like then, obviously they will have changed it so much. I'm sure they change it all of the time. But yeah, it looks absolutely stunning today. I feel like I'm on like a sun holiday. Random fact. Some of the scenes from that Lindsay Lohan Christmas Netflix Irish movie, cannot think of the name, I did watch it, and some of the scenes were filmed here. So if you saw this scene, I think it's when she goes off for the day with your man in that cute little car and they're driving in and there's a mountain in the background. Well, that is the Sugarloaf Mountain. And there's another scene down at, I think, the main little, not river, little lake thing with fountain. And a scene was shot there, but they made it be like it was on the west of Ireland, but this is on the east. But yeah, random fact, if you did watch that Lindsay Lohan Christmas Netflix movie, it was shot here. Well, that scene where she was going along in the car with the mountain, if you look for a mountain that looks like a sugar lump, like someone poured a load of sugar, that mountain and that scene was shot here. I must go down the rabbit hole and see if Google has any more info on that. But yeah, I did watch that movie. As cheesy as it was quite a feel-good movie. So according to the internet, Vikings was also filmed here. A lot of the scenes were down at the waterfall and the woodland area was used. And the Tudors. So a lot of the garden scenes in the Tudors was filmed in Powerscourt. Also, the movie Leap Year, so a lot of the scenes were filmed down at the waterfall. Also, the waterfall is not in the same location as these gardens. It's a 10-minute drive from the grounds. Also, it says, again on the internet, the Count of Monte Cristo also has some scenes that included Powerscourt. So yeah, popular film location, and I can totally see why. Okay, I need a water break. Now, I watched a movie yesterday. I'm living out my Jane Austen dream, my Irish Jane Austen dream. I watched a movie yesterday. It was called A Room with a View. Helena Bonham Carter, is that the name? Was in it. Maggie Smith, Dame Judi Dench. It was shot in, I think, 1985. And because I love a period movie and a period drama, but I feel like I've seen them all. And I was like, oh, will I give the Pride and Prejudice an L rerun? Also, there's a fly on the camera, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah, A Room with a View, 1985, beautiful movie. This beginning of it is shot in Italy, and then they're back in the UK. There's a bit of a love story in it, and oh my God, Helena Bonham Carter, like she's stunning as a woman, as a lady. But God, she was so pretty as like when she was younger. I don't know how old she was in that film, but yeah, if you're looking for something to scratch your period film itch, because you've probably seen them all. I had not heard of that one, so I was like, I'll give this a bash. Now I am cooling down. This is the first sunny day. We've had a period of rain. When I say a period, a few weeks. And out of curiosity, what's the temperature? Because you guys laugh at me when I say, oh my God, it's so hot. And then I tell you the temperature. 21 degrees. It'll be 22 today. Yeah, that's hot for Ireland. Anyway, I am going to enjoy this view, cool down a little bit before I continue my walk and get hydrated. Yeah, let me know if you saw that movie, because I thought it was a good one. I knew there would be a honeybee hive. So this is, I suppose you could call it a wild hive. A hive that, not even wild, just natural in its own habitat. There is no beekeeper checking this, and this is how they would naturally live, in the hollow of a tree. I'm not going to get too close because this time of year they would just be spicy because you get in their way. So yeah, I knew there was honeybees, so I'm sure there's loads of hives around here like that one. Also, that movie, the Lindsay Lohan one, it's called Irish Wish, if you do want to check it out. It is visually really pretty. And one thing I noticed about the movie is it is always sunny in it, which that is not the case in reality here. I'm actually surprised more period dramas have not been shot here. But if you are into all of the, period dramas and pretending you're in a Jane Austen novel, nearby there's also Kilruddery Estate. Now, I didn't visit in this video. I kind of think it warrants a video on its own. But in the nearby Kilruddery Estate, which is about a 15-minute drive from Powerscourt, that is where they shot some of the scenes actually for that Lindsay Lohan movie, but also for P.S. I Love You. So the cottage from P.S. I Love You is on the grounds of Kilruddery Estate. So that is another place. So I did see a lot of tour buses at Powerscourt. So maybe they bring you, there might be a tour that brings you to a couple of the locations. But if you have a car and you're coming this direction, it will be definitely worth visiting that as well to scratch your itch for all things period and fabulous. So I need to be caffeinated. The coffee shop was too busy. I got overstimulated when I walked in. I says, I'll come back. I think there was a tour bus, people getting their lunch and then getting back on the bus. So inside Powerscourt, there is shops. There's a Neptune home, there's an Evoca, there is a restaurant, and then there's like a cafe. Well, when I say restaurant, it's more of like the terrace cafe. So I'll give you a little look inside. It's lovely and quiet today because it's a Monday, so it's mostly just tourists. But come July, when the primary schools are all on their school holidays, it will be busier with like local people, because a lot of people will come here for like the school holidays and stuff. But it is lovely at this time in June because it's mostly kind of just tourists or like people like me on their day off. The weekends will be super busy with local people as well, coming for like a little day trip. But I'll show you what's inside before I sunburn. Good morning. You'll never guess what I found. I found beehives when I was looking out the window last night. So after breakfast, we'll go explore. Okay, I'm going to see if oh, look at this view. It's actually quite overcast this morning. It's due to be sunny later. But I feel like you can you can see the sugar loaf mountain better. Let me zoom in. I feel like last night the sun was quite hazy over it. But anyway, where that guy is streaming, let's zoom in some more. Can you see the beehives? So there's like a little wild patch, and then if I'm gonna point, so see there looks like there is 2 beehives with about 3 super boxes on them. So after breakfast I'll go explore and we can see what they are, and I'll show you the back of this property as well, because this like house is stunning from the back. It's like in a curve, so we can have a little wander of the gardens. I also spotted over here a giant chess game, so we can have a little explore of that. And also the fountains. So last night the fountains went off at 11 and I had the windows open and I was just listening to them and the sound was beautiful. And then they came on this morning at I think about 7:30. So just if you're wondering if the fountains, the noise of the water, if that annoys people. I was just getting showered and ready to go down to breakfast. Guess what I completely forgot? And I'm like, who cares? At least I did good skincare. I completely forgot my makeup bag. So I have, if you saw my makeup bag, the little orange tie bag. Well, it's like a brown colour. Because yesterday morning I did my makeup and I was like, lovely, I'll throw that in my overnight bag when I'm leaving. And I didn't. At least I remember the important stuff. But yeah, I have not a lip balm. I'm gonna have to do like Jane Austen makeup proper. I'll have to go out and put some berries on my cheeks to get a bit of rouge. Did have some SPF, like I packed my skincare. I just didn't pack my makeup. So I'm feeling a bit bare this morning, but listen, it's grand. If I stumble across a Mr. Darcy, sure this is what he'd be waking up to. Well, not exactly this, because I am washed. Had my hair in the roller last night, hence the volume. So I'm going down to breakfast and then we'll explore the gardens outside. So there is more to explore here, but I do have to get back home because I didn't have someone check on the cats this morning. I had someone last night and I don't like leaving them on their own for too long. They usually have someone staying with them when I leave them. But anyway, that's just them being spoiled and me being cat mom. They'll also tear my house apart as well if they're not supervised. There is a distillery on site. There's a garden centre in the car park where you park. I think I have footage of that garden centre from older videos. It's not huge. I don't think I'll have time to show you that garden centre, but I'm almost certain I have it in a really old Powerscourt video. And I've never been to the distillery. I think it's a gin distillery and I did spot the gin in the minibar. Okay, I'm gonna go to breakfast and then we'll explore the beehives because the beekeeper in me is like, I want to see how your bees are doing. I'll chat a bit about the bees actually in a garden video because sadly, American foulbrood, which is a horrific disease for bees, was found in my group and it's in my area. So I have to be really careful with disease checks with the bees. And sadly, with American foulbrood, the only way you legally have to report it to the DAFAM, it's called, the Agricultural Board, and you have to burn your equipment. So you have to kill the hive that's infected with American foulbrood to stop the spread, and you have to bury it, and you have to sterilize equipment. Some beekeepers will burn their bee suits, that's how severe it is. So I have to actually, when I get back this evening, I have to do a disease check on my hive. Now when I check them, I'm obviously checking for different things this time of year, like swarming, the queen. I have a virgin queen trying to get mated, but I do look for signs of that. And I did do a disease workshop back in, was it March? I did share a little reel on that. So yeah, that's a bit scary. But anyway, I've gone off topic there. I need to get breakfast. I need to just get breakfast. Before I go down to breakfast, I noticed some more hidden things in here. Look, behind this mirror, look at that. We've got some built-in storage and it's the same the other side. Look at that. I also noticed, hang on, I'm gonna make sure the toilet seat is down. I also noticed a phone in the bath, or in the toilet. So you can call, I don't know who you can call, but you can call whoever and you can do business while you are doing business. I also noticed this artwork and I was thinking in here how hygienic it is having wallpaper in like a toilet. I know a lot of people have it, but obviously, I mean, you've got tile here. But I was thinking about the moisture and I did notice that they caulked it in, so it's caulked all around. These are the things us DIY people look at. And also I noticed a little wallpaper lifting over there, but this comes from a place of it makes me feel better about my own DIY work, my decorating. So if a 5-star, well, I don't know what star this place is, but it's fancy. If they have a little chip in the wallpaper, that makes me feel better about my own wallpapering. So after breakfast was a buffet. I didn't feel comfortable filming there because people were having their breakfast, so I didn't want to, film there. But it is a buffet, or you can pay extra and you can get stuff off a speciality menu. So there was like omelettes and things like that, very fancy. And the view overlooked these stunning gardens. So I did walk all the way down to see the beehives. So it turns out there was actually 4 beehives and they belong to, I actually followed the guy's channel and I need to find his name, but the beehives are owned by Ollie's Farm. So I follow a beekeeper on YouTube. He's called Just Alex if you watch any of his videos. And recently I stumbled across a video where he teamed up with the guy who owns Ollie's Farm and they did a video together. So you can check out his channel. His channel is called Just Alex and it should be one of the recent ones. So he visited Ireland and he went around and they actually visited Powerscourt in the video. So I was like, oh my god, when I put the two together, I was like, that's so cool. So these gardens at the back are quite small, so what you see is what you get, but you do have access to the main gardens included. But I had already paid yesterday to go into the gardens because like they are kind of separate, but there is a walkway and it's connected and you can, if you are a guest, go into the main gardens and you don't have to pay. So I had paid in, but I actually didn't have to. So if you have any other recommendations or if there's somewhere you would like me to go and stay, now only for the one night because these fancy period properties are spendy, but I mean, I've never stayed in a castle. I feel like maybe we need to go get some interior inspiration from a castle. But if you do have any recommendations, let me know. It is always a treat, even if it's just to stay over for one night, a little staycation, because I absolutely love this style of property. But I've said it before in the channel, I don't know how they pay for the upkeep. So it makes sense that most of them are hotels and guest houses and places of like hosting weddings and events, because how could you afford to heat a place like this if it wasn't a hotel or you weren't ultra billionaire wealthy? But anyway, that's just how my brain works. It's always a treat to stay, even if it's just for the one night. Do let me know if you have a place in mind that you would like me to go and check out, and if it's not too spendy, then I can head on over and make us a cute little video. So after I checked out, I decided to pop down to the local town of Enniskerry, which is another popular film location. And if you have seen the Disney movie Disenchanted, the fairy tale streets was actually Enniskerry, and I'm sure it was a couple of years ago, but I think it was 2021. I'm sure there will be footage somewhere on YouTube where people walked around and they showed the actual shops. All of the houses and shop fronts had all of the flowers and displays. It was basically a set, and once they finished filming you could come and visit it, and a lot of people popped down to visit. I didn't visit it myself, but I'm sure if you searched for Enniskerry Disenchanted, you would find videos of it if you want to have a little look. So the town of Enniskerry is quite small. You'll walk around it in a few minutes. There was a shuttle bus actually going from Powerscourt, so if you wanted to come down and have dinner, there was a bus that brought you up and back. It's a cute town if you want to grab a coffee, so maybe if you are on a little driving trip, definitely stop here, grab a coffee, have a little walk around. There's a couple of little shops as well. So I hope you enjoyed my little ramble around today and our very short escape to the country. Maybe I need a longer escape to the country. So back to the city I go. If you're new to the channel and if you enjoyed this video, then please do consider subscribing if you like the style of videos that's on the channel. And if you are a regular viewer and you've enjoyed this one, then please give it a cheeky thumbs up. Say hello in the comments section and I will see you in the next one.